Welcome to SATV News. This is Nuri Alamin with the headlines. Prime Minister concludes her 4-day official tour to India by offering prayers at Khaja Garib Nawaz Dargah Sharif, Ajmer. Total amount of money laundered through the illegal Hundi trade amounted to Dhaka 75,000 crore in the past year, CID estimates. A Dhaka court indicted PK Halder and 13 others on charges of money laundering and accumulating illegal wealth. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina wrapped up her 4-day official tour to India by offering prayers at Khaja Garib Nawaz Dargah Sharif, Ajmer in India's Rajasthan. The Prime Minister offered Nafil prayers and munajat at Ajmer Sharif, seeking development, prosperity and welfare of the country, its people and the entire Muslim Ummah. She also spent some time offering Surah Fatiha and munajat there. Sheikh Hasina later on went round the Ajmer Sharif. The Prime Minister started her India visit by offering prayers at the much revered Nizamuddin Aulia Dargah in New Delhi on September 6. Earlier on, she also arrived at the Palam airport in New Delhi on September 5 as India rolled out the red carpet to welcome Sheikh Hasina. Indian High Commission in Dhaka confirmed that India agreed to provide 20 bird gauge diesel locomotives to Bangladesh through the donations. The High Commission confirmed the information through a press release. The decision was taken with the joint consent of Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and her Indian counterpart Narendra Modi during her visit of India. The new initiatives taken to the development of the Bangladesh-India rail link will include the Kaunia Lalmonirhat Mughal new Gitadhala rail link between the two countries. Criminal Investigation Development said that around 5,000 agents of the country's different mobile financial services MFS provider laundered some Dhaka 25,000 crore through the Hundi in the past 4 months. The specialized law enforcement unit made the disclosure following the arrest of 16 members of the gang, including the mastermind behind the money laundering worth billions through the MFSs. The suspect agent of the Bikash, Nagod UPay and the rocket used a round of the digital Hundi rocket to bypass the legal banking system. CID estimates that the total amount of the money laundered through the illegal Hundi trade amounted to Dhaka 75,000 crore in the past year. A decrease in the remittance sent by the expatriates through the digital Hundi came up in a recent probe conducted by the Financial Intelligence Unit. A Dhaka court of the indicted the Bangladeshi businessman PK Halder and 13 others on the charges of the money laundering and accumulating illegal wealth. Dhaka Special Judge Court 10 Judge Muhammad Nazrul Islam read the charges filed by the Anti-Corruption Commission ACC before ordering the case to the trial. Hearing on the case was fixed up on September 22. PK Halder is currently in prison in India. He and 9 others have been registered as absconding, and the trial is to continue in their absence. 34 cases have been filed against PK Halder, who is accused of embezzling tens of billions of Dhaka after taking control to the 4 financial institutions. This is the first case to go to the trial. Planning Minister M.A. Hannan said that the country economy is in crisis along with the world economy. He also suggested all to remain more alert to face the crisis. The minister made the comment to journalists during the program at CRP in Savar, the World Physiotherapy Day this afternoon. He also said that the government is concerned regarding the people offering due to the sudden price hike of the fuel oil. The minister informed that all the development projects are still ongoing to amid the critical situation. Food Minister Shadhan Chandra Majumdar said that the price rise would be more tolerable soon since it has been reduced by Dhaka 5 to 6 kg due to the influences of the open market sale OMS and Trading Corporation of Bangladesh (TCB). He made the comment while visiting OMS Rice Distribution Center at the Shuraighachi intersection of the Posha Upazila in Nauga this morning. The minister also said OMS is distributing daily commodities from across the country. Rice is being provided on the priority basis to TCB card holders under the OMS program. Over the 5 million marginal families at the union level across the country will be given 30 kg of the rice at the rate of Dhaka 15 per kg per month under the program. The maritime ports of the Chattogram, Cox's Bazar, Bangla and Paira were advised to hoist at the Mosque local cautionary signal number 3 to alert the vessels a possible squall. The weather official's advisory for cautionary signal number 3, which means a depression has formed and may affect the port later. The Met Office said this morning that it's likely to intensify further. Under its influence, a deep convection is taking place over the North Bay and its adjoining areas. All fishing boats and the trawlers over the North Bay have been advised to come closer to coast and proceed with caution until the further notice. They have also been advised not to venture into the deep sea. Bangladesh Jewelers Association Bazuz demanded security to the gold traders across the country. The trade body appeared to press this morning, protesting against the killing of a jeweler by a group of miscreants in the Chattogram Pathia Upazila on Tuesday. On behalf of Bazuz President Saim Subhan Anvir, Executive Committee members placed the demand at a press briefing at his head office at the Bashundhara City Shopping Complex in the capital. They demanded security of the gold traders who experienced attack and robbery in their respective areas. They demanded exemplary punishment to the killers of the gold traders, including the recent incident in Chattogram. Viewers, we're taking a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back, and you are watching SATV News. Now, news from abroad. New Prime Minister Liz Truss will unveil plans to limit energy bill rises later in the day, spending billions to protect people from soaring prices. Typical household energy bills could be capped up around $2,500 a year, with the firms would likely to get some relief. It is unclear how long the support will last, but the government is expected to borrow at least $100 billion to pay for it. And currently, a typical household annual gas and electricity bill is due to rise from the $1,971 to the $3,549 in October. Experts and charities have warned that without help with soaring energy bills, life will be at risk at the winter, as people struggle to afford basis day-to-day on the living cost. The Russian army lost their territory on all fronts in the 28th week of the war, with the counterattacks extending from the southern Kherson region in the eastern and the northern front of the country, demonstrating the continued ability to seize the initiative of Ukraine. The northern Ukrainian army launched a new counteroffensive on the 6th September on the northern Kharkov region. Ukrainian forces appeared to have reclaimed the Varvikna, where they posted the geolocated footage showing dead Russian soldier. The offensive came a day after Ukrainian forces destroyed a Russian ammunition depot in the Balakia in the repeat of the tactics of the corrosion used in the south. Meanwhile, the East Ukrainian troops maintained the pressure in the Donetsk region, occupying the Orzhen September 4, thus gaining a foothold on the occupied northern shore of the Siversky Donets River. The suspect in a stabbing spear in Canada, which left the 10 people dead and 19 others injured, died after being captured by police. Police said the 32-year-old Miles Sanderson experienced the medical distress after the arrest on the motorway in the province of the Saskatchewan following a high-speed chase, and died later. But they have no details. An unnamed official earlier said that the Sanderson died in the self-inflicted injury. Meanwhile, the 10 victims remain in hospital. 3 are in the critical condition. It's not clear what prompted Sunday's mass killing, which encompasses the 13 separate crime since both suspect Miles Sanderson and the hit brother 31-year-old Damian are dead. One of the world's oldest preserved human settlement has been significantly damaged by the torrential rain in Pakistan as they currently battle the worst flood in the history. World Heritage Site, the Manzodaro in the Indus River Valley, the 508 km from the Karachi, was built at the Bronze Age 5,000 years ago. The Cultural Tourism and the Antiquary Department of the Singh State sent a letter to the UNESCO, informing that they witnessed the mass destruction at the site. The letter adds the site was being used as temporary accommodation for surrounding the residents and whose home had flooded. Currently, an estimated one-third of the Pakistan is underwater after monsoon downpours combined with water from the melting glaciers. Now sports news. Nasim Shah hit two last over sixes as Pakistan pulled off a thrilling one-wicket win over the